Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Rapunzel, who had long blonde hair and a beautiful smile. She would open the shop which she worked early every morning, clean the place up, and bake fresh pastries and cakes. The pastry shop belonged to a woman named Avilia. However, she was very rude and unkind. She would admonish Rapunzel any chance she got. Besides, this was the only pastry shop in town where she could work.
Good morning.
Can't you greet and work at the same time? If you can't complete those orders, you'll be in big trouble, Missy.
But I started working as soon as I opened the shop. Perhaps you're taking too many orders.
Would you look at that little brat? Are you complaining about your work? If those orders are not ready by evening, I'll cut half of your salary.
Rapunzel's eyes welled up with tears. Since her salary was already meager, she was disheartened.
If you could help me just a little, all orders can be ready on time.
Who? Me? With this hair and nails? Don't be ridiculous. If you can't handle this job, I can find someone who won't nag.
Rapunzel kept her head down and continued working. The only reason the townspeople would come to Avilia's shop was because they loved Rapunzel. Rapunzel's biggest dream was to open her own pastry shop.
That's much better. Now I'm going out with my friends. When I get back, I expect everything to be ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Avilia exited the shop with laughter. That day, Rapunzel did everything. She didn't even eat the whole day. She was so exhausted that she fell asleep in a chair. Rapunzel dreamed about her grandmother who lived far away. She had taught her how to bake cakes. She was so happy to see her.
My beautiful child, my kind, hard-working and talented child.
Grandma! Granny!
It's been a long time, hasn't it, dear?
Yes, it's been a long time. I work so hard and Avilia never gives me a day off. That's why I haven't visited you. I miss you so much.
Oh, my dear child, my heart breaks for you. But don't worry, everything's going to be okay.
This is just a dream, and when I wake up, you won't be here with me. I'll be lonely again.
Tomorrow, go to the neighboring town earliest. Look at the bulletin board in the town hall.
And then?
We'll speak later again.
Grandma kissed Rapunzel on the forehead and vanished into a pink cloud. As soon as she disappeared, Rapunzel opened her eyes to find an angry Avilia staring down at her.
You're sleeping in my shop? Am I paying you for this?
But I...
Quiet! Speak no more. I'm cutting half of your salary. I hope you learn to stay awake on the job.
Rapunzel tried to explain herself, but she couldn't. Something told her to follow her grandmother's advice. But how? She had to come up with an excuse so she could go to the next town. Rapunzel decided to go to the cafe where Evelia was. When Evelia saw Rapunzel, she was extremely surprised yet puzzled.
What are you doing here, bratty girl? Why aren't you at the shop?
Is this the poor soul you were talking about?
Don't even ask, dear. She's such a troublemaker. If my shop closes down one day, it'll be her fault. What do you want?
I've run out of ingredients. I need to get some.
Don't you see I'm with my friends right now? You dare disturb me for this?
I can't bake any of the orders.
Can't it wait until afternoon, silly?
I can buy them.
You can't even find the way home.
Then I'll just sit around.
Evelia hesitated and reconsidered. She didn't want to leave her friends. She worried that they would make fun of her.
All right then, but make sure you're back before noon. If I find out that you've been slacking, I'll cut the rest of your salary.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll be back on time.
Rapunzel left immediately. Excitedly, she checked the bulletin board in front of the town hall, just like her grandmother had told her in the dream. She was surprised to only find one announcement on the board. It said, "Bake your best cake and win the grand prize."
So that's it.
Rapunzel took a picture of the announcement with her cell phone and returned to the pastry shop right away. While trying to finish the orders, Rapunzel pondered on how to enter the contest. The cake had to taste really good and be extraordinarily decorated. But how? That only meant going to bed late at night. But Rapunzel was determined because she wanted to win the grand prize so she could open her own pastry shop. Just then, Evelia rushed into the shop. She looked happy.
The time has come to show my skills. What? Jealous?
Me? No, not at all. I hope you win. Good luck.
I know what you're thinking, brat. You'd also like to enter the contest, right? Only the best can participate.
Rapunzel wanted to put an end to Evelia's abuse. Entering the contest might be her only chance to do so. Rapunzel went home late at night and started designing her cake. She had decided to enter the contest under a pen name.
Yes! I've got it! Pink Cream Pastry Shop.
As soon as she fell asleep, her grandmother appeared before her.
Well done, my dear. There's nothing you can't accomplish if you work hard and believe in yourself.
But Grandma, Evelia is participating in the contest too.
You think she's better than you?
Isn't she?
Of course not. When did you last see her baking cakes?
Rapunzel then realized that ever since she started working for Evelia, she never once saw Evelia baking cakes.
You're right, Granny. I see what you mean now.
Well done, my beautiful princess. Now, put your creativity and talent together and see what comes out of it.
When Rapunzel woke up, she knew what to do now. Because her grandmother had always called her princess, Rapunzel decided to make a princess-themed cake. Next morning, she found Ophelia designing the cake for the contest. Since Ophelia hadn't baked cakes in a while, her skills were rusty. Things were not looking good for Ophelia.
It's turning out beautifully. No one could bake something like this in a lifetime. I'd show you, but I'm afraid you could jinx it.
Once Ophelia had left, Rapunzel gathered all her ingredients and went home. As soon as she got home, she started working on her cake. But if she wanted her dream to come true, she had to make an effort. Rapunzel finished her cake at sunrise. She stood from afar and took a last look at her cake. It was perfect. She took her cake and went to the neighboring town. She waited, hiding in a corner. Shortly after, Ophelia arrived carrying her cake. She pushed the other contestants that were in line and made her way to the front of the line and checked in.
Make way! The champion has arrived!
And finally the contest began and the judges appeared near the long table. The judges stood next to each cake. Some cakes caused them to grimace and some cakes made them smile. A couple of hours later, the judges gathered to make a decision. Everybody was waiting anxiously. Each contestant thought the best cake was theirs and boasted about their baking skills. Except Rapunzel, who waited silently in a corner, afraid of being seen by Ophelia. First, they announced the third place. Rapunzel's heart was pounding. Later, they announced the second place.
It's my turn now. They're going to say, Ophelia's Fluffy Pastry Shop. Listen closely.
And the winner is...
Everybody held their breath. Ophelia had a big smile on her face, confident she would win.
Pink Cream Pastry Shop and Cake House.
Ophelia had been so sure of her victory. She completely ignored Rapunzel's pen name being announced. She had already started walking toward the stage, but when she got there, she heard people giggling and laughing. When she ran into Rapunzel on stage, she realized what had happened.
It's you! This is not possible! You've made a big mistake! I deserve the first place!
No! Rapunzel deserved this prize.
Ophelia was enraged because she was humiliated.
You're fired! You hear me, Rapunzel?
No, Ophelia, you're not firing me. I'm quitting.
As Ophelia stormed off, Rapunzel shook hands with those who congratulated her. Rapunzel was welcomed in the town like a hero. She used part of the prize money to open her own pastry shop. And with the other half, she helped those in need. Finally, Rapunzel's dream had come true.
Hey guys! Subscribe to our channel KONDOSAN and watch the most popular fairy tales, cartoons, and nursery rhymes. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications.